Attention, passionate Dallas Cowboys fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East, and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another championship run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before we dive in, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and fellow Dallas Cowboys fans. Let's get to the news. Hey Cowboys Nation, today we're diving deep into the latest developments that could shape the future of the Dallas Cowboys and potentially shake up the NFC East in ways we haven't seen in recent years. Everyone's talking about the struggles Dallas faced defensively in 2024, and trust me, the numbers don't lie. The Cowboys' defense was, frankly, one of the worst in the league last season, ranking 28th overall and falling even further behind against the run, finishing 30th in that category. It's a problem that's been lingering for a while, and it's clear that if Dallas wants to get back to the top, especially with a shot at another Super Bowl, they need to make some serious upgrades. So what's the plan? How do they turn things around? Well, it all starts with some strategic moves in free agency and some key contract decisions that could determine their defensive future. Now, let us talk about the elephant in the room, Micah Parsons. The young superstar and NFL All-Pro is arguably the most important piece in Dallas' defensive puzzle. But here's the catch. Until the Cowboys resolve Parsons' contract situation, the team is kind of stuck. Parsons is looking to become the highest-paid defensive player in NFL history, and rightfully so. The kid has been a game-changer since he arrived in Dallas, showcasing elite pass-rushing skills, versatility, and leadership. But the franchise has to be smart about how they handle this. They know that locking him down long-term is the top priority, and once they do that, they can shift their attention to other areas, particularly stopping the run and strengthening their front seven. Because, let us face it, last season's struggles in stopping the rush were glaring. Teams were able to consistently run up the middle, gashing Dallas for big yardage and eating clock, which is the opposite of what a championship-caliber defense should be doing. The Cowboys ranked 30th in yards per carry allowed, and that's simply not good enough if they want to compete at the highest level. Improving this aspect of their defense is going to be a huge focus in the offseason, and that's where some intriguing names come into play, names that could make a real difference if Dallas manages to sign or trade for them. One player that's been making waves in NFL circles lately is C.J. Mosley. Yes, the five-time NFL All-Pro linebacker and former first-round pick has entered free agency again. And he's not just looking for paycheck, he's looking for a team that can utilize his talent and experience. Mosley, who will turn 33 in June, has been a dominant linebacker for over a decade. His career began at Alabama, where he was an All-American and a dominant force on defense, winning the Butkus Award as the nation's top linebacker in 2013. Drafted 17th overall by the Baltimore Ravens in 2014. Mosley made an immediate impact, earning multiple All-Pro and Pro Bowl honors in his first few seasons, establishing himself as one of the league's premier inside linebackers. But his journey hasn't been without setbacks. After signing an impressive 5-year, $85 million contract with the New York Jets in 2019, things didn't exactly go as planned. Injuries, including a herniated disc in his neck and other ailments, kept him off the field for significant stretches. He missed almost the entire 2020 season due to the pandemic, and in 2024, injuries limited him to just 4 games. Despite these setbacks, Mosley remains a highly effective player when healthy, and the Cowboys could see him as a perfect veteran presence to bolster their linebacker core, especially with the uncertainty surrounding some of their current players. You see, Dallas has been making moves this offseason to shore up their inside linebacker position. But honestly, none of the recent signings or trades have sparked much confidence. They traded for Kenneth Murray Jr., a former first-round pick, hoping he can develop into a reliable starter. They also added Jack Sanborn on a 1-year, $1.5 million deal, but neither of these moves screams game-changer at this point. The reality is, they need someone with proven consistency and leadership, someone like Mosley who can come in, make an immediate impact, and perhaps even serve as a mentor to the younger guys on the roster. Now, here's the interesting part. If Dallas manages to bring Mosley on board, they wouldn't just be adding depth, they could actually be looking at him as a potential starter. With DeMarvion Overshown sidelined until at least Thanksgiving due to a serious knee injury last season, and possibly missing the entire year, Dallas needs experienced options to fill that void. Mosley, who is still looking for a team after being released by the Jets, would be a low-risk, high-reward signing. And given his track record, the Cowboys could squeeze out at least one more great season from him. His ability to diagnose plays quickly, his leadership qualities, and his tackling prowess make him an ideal fit in Mike McCarthy's defensive scheme. But let us not forget, bringing in a veteran like Mosley isn't just about filling a roster spot. It's about addressing the deeper issues that plagued Dallas's defense last season. They need to be more physical up front, better at shedding blocks, and most importantly, more disciplined against the run. Improving in these areas could turn their defense from a liability into a real strength. The NFL is a league where the margins are razor-thin, and the difference between a playoff team and a championship contender often comes down to those critical plays stopping that third and long, forcing turnovers, and limiting explosive runs. And speaking of the bigger picture, let us consider the NFC East. This division has been notoriously competitive in recent years, with the Eagles reigning supreme and the Giants showing flashes of promise. The Commanders, under new leadership, are trying to find their footing. But Dallas has a real shot this season to take the division if they can fix their defensive issues. A stronger run defense and a more disruptive pass rush could tilt the scales in their favor, giving them the edge needed to push deep into the playoffs. Now, I want to touch on something else. The Cowboys' offensive side remains potent, with Dak Prescott leading the charge and CeeDee Lamb emerging as one of the league's top receivers. The offense is not the concern. It's about creating a balanced team that can win games on both sides of the ball. Defensive improvements are crucial, and that's why the potential signing of Mossley and the resolution of Parsons' contract are so pivotal. When you have a linebacker duo that includes a seasoned veteran and a rising star like Parsons, your defense instantly becomes more unpredictable and formidable. And let us not forget the historical context. The Dallas Cowboys have always been about defense, especially in their championship years. The doomsday defense of the 1970s or the dominant units of the 90s set a standard that the franchise still aspires to reach. In recent years, they've struggled to replicate that level of dominance, but with strategic moves, smart draft choices, and the right veteran leadership, they could very well get back there. The NFL is a league of adjustments, and the Cowboys are in a position where they must adapt quickly if they want to contend again. Now, if we look at the bigger picture, it's clear that the NFL landscape is shifting. Teams are investing heavily in their defenses, recognizing that a strong D can carry a team far in the postseason. The Cowboys have the offensive firepower, but their defense needs to be retooled. Bringing in a player like Mosley could be that catalyst. He has been through the ups and downs of NFL life, and his experience could prove invaluable not only on the field but in the locker room as well. As we approach training camp and the preseason, all eyes will be on Dallas's moves. Will they finalize a deal with Mosley? Will they draft a linebacker early? The offseason is a game of chess, and the Cowboys are trying to position themselves for a big comeback. The NFC East is ripe for the taking if Dallas gets it right this time. The division is competitive, yes, but it's also vulnerable. The Eagles are still strong, but they have their weaknesses. The Giants are improving but inconsistent, and the Commanders are still finding their identity. Dallas has the talent, the coaching staff, and now potentially the veteran leadership to make a real push. And let us be honest, Cowboys fans, the passion runs deep. We've seen the highs of Super Bowl wins and the lows of rebuilding years. But what unites us is that unwavering belief that this team can get back to the top. The offseason is the perfect time to address those lingering issues, to make bold moves, and to set the stage for a memorable season. And with the right additions, especially on defense, Dallas can finally restore the glory days and give us all something to cheer about once again. So, as we keep an eye on the latest rumors and signings, remember that the NFL offseason is full of surprises. The potential signing of C.J. Mosley is just one piece of a much larger puzzle. The Cowboys are assembling their squad for 2025, and every move counts. Whether it's fixing their run defense, locking down Parsons, or adding veteran leadership, the goal is clear. Bring that championship trophy back to Dallas. And with the passion and resilience of this fan base, I have no doubt that the team will do everything in its power to make that dream a reality. Now, I want to hear from you, Dallas Cowboys fans. What do you think about the possibility of signing Mosley? Do you believe he can still be a game changer? Are you confident that Dallas can fix their defensive issues and compete for another Super Bowl? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion is so valuable to us, and it's what makes this community great. Stay tuned because I'll be back very soon with more updates, analysis, and news about your Dallas Cowboys. We're all in this together, and I can't wait to see what this season holds for our favorite team. Remember, the journey is just beginning, and the best is yet to come.